just made a turn on a road called Hammond Hill. If we never come back, just know this is where we went. Oh my God, y'all, this is the real deal. But we're heading in the right direction. It is really late. It's literally 4 a.m. and I'm just finishing packing. Kenton's asleep, so I didn't want to bother him, so I brought my suitcase. Overpacking, because I don't know what I want to wear, so I like give myself way too many options. This is for all my tech, like my camera stuff. We'll go in here. I don't even want to pan down into the van. The seats are all flattened, and look at all the stuff that we have. Oh my goodness. Good morning, good morning. Oh my goodness. We finally made it out the house. We made it out the house. It is 6:30 a.m. I can't believe I have this much energy. I have not slept a lick. Had zero sleep. I was up late editing and then up late packing. Had no idea what I want to pack. No idea. So I pretty much just brought everything. When you don't know what to pack, just bring everything. As much as can fit into a suitcase. So my suitcase looks like I'm going away for a month. Anyway, we're at Sam's Club because Kenton's getting some gas. He's plotted our route to New York. Oh, I didn't even tell you we're going to New York, a place we haven't been in a while. But this time we're going upstate New York. Yeah. So anyway, he's getting gas. We're gonna bypass, according to Kenton, we're gonna bypass Washington, D.C. and go via West Virginia before we go upstate New York. So again, it is 6:30 a.m. Your girl is not used to being out this early. In fact, many times this is the time I might be going to bed. But I'm super excited because, well, two main things, or maybe three main things. First thing is we're going to Cornell reunion. So I'm going to see friends that I've had since college. And you know, college for me and for Kenton has been years ago. Whoa, over 30 years ago, because we met in college. So I'm super excited to go back. I mean, I've been back, I don't know, is it 10 years ago I went back? I don't remember, but I wasn't doing YouTube then and I didn't blog it or vlog it. So this time the camera is with me and you get to be there to see all the social gatherings, to see some of my old peers, to see some of the parties. And yeah, that'd be cool. The other thing is that because it was such a last minute plan or trip, you know, I really wasn't gonna go to this reunion. I really wasn't gonna go. So for that reason, we knew that all the major hotels at the area would be unavailable or super expensive. As you know, Cornell being an Ivy League college or university, a lot of the things around that area, you need a lot of money. So I thought, let's kill two birds with one stone. Yeah, we've never stayed in a tiny home, so we thought, why not rent an Airbnb? And instead it turns out it was a VRBO. You know, VRBO, it's like Airbnb, but the difference is with Airbnb, sometimes the owners might be in the actual vicinity, so you can rent a space, but the owners might actually live there or be close by, which we've done before, or I've done before, and I didn't like that. I want us to have a space where there's, you know, the owners aren't there and we have our space to ourselves. Anyway, so the space we'll be staying in is a tiny home, and on top of that, it appears to be like a little cabin in the woods, maybe. And I am not sure how that's gonna work out. I'm excited about it, but here's the thing. It's kind of, what's the word? It's not modern. Or it's very...
It's rustic.
Rustic. Kenton says it's rustic. So, I am not rustic. I don't think you can describe me as rustic or rural. We've lived in a semi-rural area, but I still like city amenities. And this place does not have a functional toilet.
It's functional.
Well, okay, it's a functional...
It's functional toilet, but
it has an alternative. Let's put it that way.
It's a compost.
It's an alternative toilet, compost toilet. I've never been or used a compost toilet. Compost, I can't even speak.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It came with a lot of instructions. She has a lot of instructions on how to use it. My thing is, when you're ready to use the bathroom at my age, you got to go. You don't have time to be doing engineering and trying to figure out how this thing works. So I'm kind of curious, but also apprehensive about this toilet situation. Yeah. Anyway, so the trip to New York should take us how long, Boo Boo?
Just 10 hours.
Oh my God.
But we gotta be stopping, so it's gonna
right.
take longer.
Right. Oh, I forgot how long this trip is.
Assuming there's no traffic and all that.
Right. That's why usually when I go, I take a plane. I prefer to fly, but this time we, I guess, decided it was more economical together, and also
Well, it's
just
a short notice.
Short notice. Anyway, we'll keep you posted. So we're still in North Carolina.
We just started.
Because we just started. When we get to the next state, we'll let you know.
Next state should be an hour.
The sun is finally fully up, or almost fully up. Alrighty, we're welcome to Virginia. That wasn't too long.
We're in St. Petersburg. So this is the Prince George area.
It's so interesting how the terrain changes. Hit Pennsylvania, left West Virginia. We are 4 hours and 5 minutes from our destination, and it is hot outside, and also against the windows, even with the AC. Typically, most universities will host an alumni reunion, right? Depending on what year you graduated. This is actually not the year for my class to meet, not the typical class reunion, but they also have diverse alumni reunions. So these are held on different years. And this year, Cornell Black Alumni Association is meeting along with the Asian Americans, Latin Americans, and all the other diverse
campfire
groups.
And s'mores, grab and go breakfast at Grizzly and Ujima, breakfast at the Johnson Museum, a boat ride. Oh, well, it says the boat ride for Saturday has been canceled, because I was going to say I'm not interested anyway. Headquarter bar, yeah, it probably rained, severe weather.
Starts to feel like we're in the mountains.
See it?
Yeah, oh wow, yeah. It's like water with the rocks. Hot, greasy, tired. So, can't wait to get there. Definitely not in North Carolina. Yeah. Old Victorian homes. Yeah, that reminds me of Elmira. Elmira? Yeah, Elmira.
world around here. I mean, it's beautiful in so many places, but would not want to live around here. No, ma'am. What do you think about living around here? Senior affordable housing, they got one for you. Now, yeah, look, that is so beautiful.
Fish.
A lot of pretty lakes. Look at the roads and the trees. It's beautiful, picturesque. But can you imagine this place in the wintertime when it snows and the roads are slippery? What? Nah. We saw a sign for ice cream. Oh yeah, right here. Frosty Fireman.
I'll try to.
The blueberry cheesecake?
Yeah.
Alright, $7.95.
How are you with time, and how has it been with the traffic?
It's okay. I mean, it's still a little tight, but hopefully we'll get there a little after 6. You know, our check-in deadline's 7, so knock on wood, we should be okay. So as long as there's nothing crazy. So far, we avoided.
Right.
Best thing was avoiding Washington D.C.
Mm-hmm.
Because the initial navigation was to take us through Washington D.C. and I pre-planned the route around it.
Yeah.
And as I was saying, as we were going around it, there was a tractor trailer that broke down. They had closed the inner and outer loop to one lane. I mean, it's always an absolute disaster. Washington D.C. and Maryland.
Right. So
You go in, you will lose literally an hour to up to 2 hours.
Some napkins if y'all need them.
cool. So I got strawberry with pecan and some sprinkles.
Tastes like ice cream.
Yeah, I already got to try the butter pecan and that was pretty good. So that's why I opted for this.
Yeah.
Blueberry?
Yeah, blueberry cheesecake.
Yum.
It's gonna be a mess.
That's how we found them. There was an ice cream flag
Yep.
in the middle of nowhere. We just crossed into New York State.
Yeah, welcome to Waverly.
Waverly, Chemung Street. These are names that we remember because we used to live in Elmira for what, 2 years? 1 year or 2 years? 2 years. Yeah, in a nice little old house that got renovated. But I think our area looked a little better than this, at least from what I remember, right, Boo Boo?
Yeah.
Kenton was screaming, "That's our house over there." It's not. We didn't even live in this area, but we were driving distance from this area. So yes, we are in New York State. Obviously not New York City, but New York State. Welcome to New York. We've been, I don't know, that silly song is stuck in my head. Welcome to New York. Small town after another. We're in Spencer. This area is called Spencer, and 15 minutes away,
15 miles.
15 miles, sorry, is Ithaca. I've managed to stay up. This trip has been going and going. 10 hours.
Longer than 10 hours.
10 hours, longer than 10 hours. My God. We need to hurry up and get to this place.
Man, you
But I know, you're doing your best. And it's not, you know, It is what it is.
Well, thank you very much. I'm doing my best. And I'll take us to the edge.
Do that. Makes you look like you got hemorrhoids. You got hemorrhoids. We're almost there. Almost. 29 minutes to be exact. Really curious to know where Kenton has us staying for the next 3 days. Where in the boondocks Kenton has us staying. Because he already knows me.
No, I don't know you.
You know me enough to know.
No, I don't. After all these years,
To know.
you're a mystery.
Yeah, right. You
You're a
know.
puzzle wrapped in an enigma.
Can't stop. You know.
Shrouded in a riddle.
Oh my God. I am too tired for you. You already know. It better not be a dump.
It
If
is what it
it's a
is.
dump, it ain't gonna
It
work.
is what it is. It is time to cut off from technology and get back to ourselves.
I need my cell phone to work.
Nope.
I need my camera to
Nope.
get charged.
Nope.
Yeah.
There's no showers.
I can you
Toilet.
imagine if there's no shower for real? That's disgusting. But you know what? Seriously, I brought my own pillows. I brought a pillow for him, pillow for me, comforters, sheets, because this is not a hotel. In my opinion, this is not a hotel. This is someone's tiny home that they've rented out, I think.
Yeah.
And therefore, I can't trust, you know, the hygiene issues or how it's taken care of. I have no idea. Brought my own plates, brought my own everything. Plates, spice, cutlery. We even got food. Look at that little cemetery coming up. See that? Horses, silos, lots of caravans, small homes, lots of land. People, young people. You know, that's what's interesting. We have not seen any young people in this entire trip. We have not seen any brown people on this entire trip. No brown people. We've not seen any children, so it's nice to see children and signs of life. And yeah, no diversity. But what do you expect? This is what it is in this part of New York. People think of New York City and all of the, you know, diversity and all of the immigrants and all of the commotion. And interestingly, most of New York is not like New York City.
Upstate New York.
Yeah, upstate New York is not like New York City at all. I mean, this could really be parts of North Carolina even. Except what tells you it's not is the architecture is a little different and the trees are different. And the green is a little different. Yeah. Spookdeville. I would not want to come here at night. We even saw a full herd of deer. And I told Kenton, there's deer, be careful, there's deer. He was like, no, it's too early to have deer, too early in the day and it's too warm. Lo and behold, there was a whole family of large deer on the side. I'm like, this is not southern deer, the timid southern deer. These New York deer own this area. They own this place.
With a gang of
Yep. These New York deer aren't scared, so you better be careful. They'll come rushing out while you're driving.
This is our woods, son.
This is our woods.
This is our son. What are you doing here, son?
Y'all, we're in Amish country. Didn't realize that. Just saw one of those old buggies that you see on TV or in movies. And the ladies with the long skirts and the little bonnet. And she waved at us. Interesting. We're literally in the middle of nowhere right now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is so much better that we didn't get here at night. This would have been a little bit challenging.
Right.
We're still going and going. We just stopped so that Kenton could confirm the directions. But yeah, it's pretty wild out here. We're back on the road. It's starting to look a little cloudy at 6 p.m. But we're in the right direction. Just made a turn on a road called Hammond Hill. If we never come back, just know this is where we went.
Okay, it says
Because
half a mile. We see Camp Earth Connection.
what?
Camp Earth Connection.
I'm happy you are excited.
No, I'm exhausted. But
Yeah.
I'm getting the last ounce of energy.
Yep. Because this is very different. Hardly anyone out. Actually, do you see anyone? Do you see any houses? Do you see any sidewalks? And we're supposedly 1 minute away from the place. So this is technically our backyard.
You'll see a parking lot.
Well, this is the parking lot.
Let's drive about 10 feet past the parking lot, making a meter right on a gravel driveway.
This would be it.
Oh, that's the parking lot.
That's the parking lot, right?
She says,
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, there it is.
that's it, right?
Definitely it.
Okay.
I remember the picture.
So,
That is really a little ass cabin in the middle of nowhere.
so we would park here.
Well, yeah, I guess. And then look at the driveway. This is where werewolves reside. What have we gotten ourselves into?
You'll see a tiny house coming on the right. Or is that the driveway? Is that the driveway?
Y'all, this is going to be interesting. So we're waiting now for the owner. She did text us, and we gave her our estimated time of arrival. So she's going to come and give us a tour of the place. Once she gives us a tour and instructions, then we'll show you the place. Our first tiny home. This will tell me if I ever in real life want to actually do it versus just romanticizing about staying in a log cabin in the middle of the woods, because that's exactly where we are right now. Kenton's trying to see if he has signal. We don't even have signal on the phone. When we were driving though, we did have signal, but once we got here, it's like no Wi-Fi. See, I got no Wi-Fi, not connected. I guess we might have to get Wi-Fi. Hopefully she has Wi-Fi here, another setting. While we're waiting, let's go close. There's some bird houses on the top there. Window, a door, a little chair. Some herbs that looks like basil. Yeah, that's basil. It's a little picnic table. This is probably where we'll sit out to eat. It's actually a lot longer than it looks. From the front, it doesn't look very big, but it's actually a lot longer. Please take off your shoes, boots. They can be left on the tray on the porch. In the cottage. I guess they call this a cottage. Interesting. Oh my God, I freeze right at this moment. I look in, thinking it's empty,
thinking we're waiting for the owner, and then I look to the right and there's an old lady sitting in a chair and she stands up and I'm shocked. Y'all, that was hella embarrassing. So I'm standing over there by the door with the camera looking in, and lo and behold, there was an old lady in the house. I'm like, oh, she's like, oh yeah, you're looking for my daughter. I live in this cabin. I'm like, oh, okay. So I walked off and the lady, yeah, met us down the driveway. That wasn't the tiny home. So here's the lady. That's the back of her you're seeing. Can you see her? She's about to, yeah, direct us to the tiny home. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, y'all, this is the real deal. This is the cutest little tiny house. What did we get ourselves into, boo-boo?
Experience. I mean, that's what life's about, right?
Right, this is really a tiny home for real. What we walked up to, the other one, was a cabin for her mother. Okay, so this is the tiny home. This is the front. All right, Kenton, you are going to give us a little tour. Let's start off with the deck.
This is a deck.
What's on the deck?
Me.
Boo!
Look, they can see what's on here. It's a grill.
Okay, all right.
Grills, 2 chairs and a
Table, umbrella.
This tiny home has electricity. Where does electricity come from? Solar panels right there. Because one of the key things about it is sustainability. So look, so you got all these natural wildflowers and birds and nature.
All right, let's go into the tiny home.
So I'm at the front door and
Hello, Kenton.
Hi.
Would you mind giving us a tour of your tiny home?
Come on in.
Okay.
Welcome. I'm so glad you're joining us.
Okay, very interesting space.
Yes.
All right, let's see. Well, right at the front door, what do we have here?
I just have a little welcome bench.
Right, we already brought our stuff in, so don't mind all that stuff on the top. That's our pillows and blankets and sheets and coach bag and tech, so that's what's in there.
You can look outside to nature. And if someone's looking in, you can see them. You have a little privacy.
Okay.
So it has AC.
Yep.
Like we saw outside, you have solar panels. So that runs it. So you have AC. So you have nice thing about this cabin or tiny home. It's not a cabin. Is that you have air conditioning. So
Right.
for those hot months.
Right, okay, and then below.
And below this is a table.
Right.
Become a table. So this is where you can sit at the bench.
Right, so yeah, you can sit at the bench behind, and then this extends and becomes a full dining table. You know, everything in tiny homes double up. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a pretty tight space, but it's very efficient.
Or you can do this as a work desk too.
Right, and then behind it you can sit on what appears to be the first step, but it's actually, of course, storage.
Yeah.
Right.
And also what's neat is that, again, everything has dual purposes, so you can put socks, personal things in here, personal items if you want. There's a couple drawers. Yeah, just like that.
And then if we turn to face the front door, there looks like there's more storage on the top.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
too
okay.
small to hold a bed, but more like storage.
Yep, storage. So again, if you want to put, you know, shirts, t-shirts, stuff like that, put that in there.
Okay,
Okay.
and then let's see, I'm turning back in here. You want to show us the kitchen?
All right. So this is a gallery-style kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually very nice here. So you have a little mini fridge. Okay, and it's cold, so it's working. Microwave, and you have your racks up here, cutting board. Again, you have power, so you can go ahead and have heat your water. You have a functioning.
I wonder where that water comes from, though.
You know,
Is it well water? Is it city water? I have no idea. I forgot to ask her.
probably well water.
Mm-hmm.
See how remote we are? It's
Right.
pretty much, I guarantee it's probably well water.
Yeah, I'm not drinking it, though.
Yeah. No, that's why we brought our own water.
Right.
That's why I want to run to the store too.
Okay.
Anyway, so then you have
Tea
rack.
towels.
But neat thing is you have an induction, not induction, you have a electric stovetop that's touch, so you can turn it on and it'll work right here. So you got a way to heat it up.
There's windows on either side. So, yep, we get to see the wildlife out there if there's any wildlife.
Yeah. That's right.
But yeah, the kitchen is quite a narrow space. It's a little bit tight for 2 people. There's storage underneath.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks like they got everything. But like I said, I brought my own plates, my own cutlery.
Because again,
We didn't know what to expect.
Okay, and then here you have a little bit of storage areas. You can hang your clothes and also towels and tissue, but we brought our own and so forth. And toiletries you can put up here.
Okay, now remember the thing I was most anxious about. There's a barn door that you slide, and behind the barn door
Because just like your mom says,
What?
when you use the bathroom, don't act like you live in the barn. Leave the door open.
Right, and behind that is the bathroom or the toilet.
Yeah, well, okay, so this is a compost toilet, all right? And so it's composting.
What's that?
So it's composting.
So no, quickly tell them how this thing works. I want to know that you heard, because she said one of us has to be in charge. And I was like,
And I said,
it's not going to be me.
I said you.
No, you did
because-
not. You said
because-
I said it wasn't going to
because-
be me.
Because a medical degree trumps a law degree.
No. A medical degree did not teach us anything about no toilet composting. But that was the most discussion about poop I've ever had with someone that I don't know.
Really?
I mean, this lady went into detail about
That's
when.
not true. That's not true.
Who else do we talk to about our
Patients.
bowel? Well,
Patients.
exactly. Besides
See,
patients
but you
as
said
a
the most.
doctor.
That's not the most.
Outside of that, I have never had a discussion.
We had a patient that came in.
Yeah, this is what
with
I
his
said
mother's
about
poop in a
patients.
styrofoam
With
cup.
patients, I know sometimes patients do a lot, but I'm saying outside of
Asking me
medical care,
What does it look like?
right?
I was like, are you serious?
Outside of medical care, we typically don't have discussions about our bowel habits, even though it's a normal function. Okay, Kenton, I want to know that you remembered what she said,
She said,
because I'm going to be asking you.
she said that if you had to
No,
go,
I want you to show them.
I just told you. Wait, you asked me a question. I'm giving you an answer.
I want you to show them how it
I'm
works,
not showing them how
because
to
most
poop.
of us,
They know how to poop.
boo, most of us don't know how to use these composting toilets.
All
So
right.
can you please show us
All right.
what she said?
She said that if you're uncomfortable, you can go outside.
All right.
All right. So a compost toilet is generally like.
What? We are grown, boo.
All right. So it's generally like a regular toilet. Except
No, it's not. It's not that regular.
I said generally. I mean, like
Okay.
you're sitting on it.
Right.
But it has 2 compartments.
Right.
All right. So that's the key. The first compartment is for urine.
Okay.
So that's where the 2 holes are. That's where the urine goes in.
All right. So
Okay?
once you
and the urine gets collected into this container here.
right.
Okay. And so then the second hole is where you do number 2. All
Okay.
right? So you pull this lever and it opens it up. Okay. So.
And instead of
but you gotta
water,
open this up first.
right before you try to
And
do number 2.
Then you drop number 2. Okay. You drop a log.
Boo. There's no need to be crude.
I'm
No. Don't do
sorry.
that.
All right.
Keep it clean.
Okay, you drop 2 logs. So then after that, you go ahead and you get the compost and you sprinkle it
I
in
know.
there.
Who's doing all that?
Obviously, your husband, number 2. Right? So then you sprinkle it in there. You close it.
Can you show them the compost, by the way, that we're supposed to now put in the toilet after number 2?
It's right here.
Oh, is that what that is?
Mhm.
Oh my God.
No, it's just, all it is, it's like peat moss. See? There it is.
It looks like manure.
It doesn't smell like manure. It's like, but it probably has bacteria and stuff that breaks it down. And then once you put it in there, a cup, and then you spin it. So here you spin it. Okay.
Right, so that thing there spins
Yeah.
once you put the peat moss in.
Right.
so that everything goes
Yeah.
down.
Well, it doesn't
Or
go
it
down.
mixes it.
Just mixes it. That's all it does. And then there's a air suction to keep it dry. That's another
Right.
key. So there's no moisture.
Right.
So that helps also keep the smell from being overpowering.
Right. She
Okay.
said that apparently because it stays dry with that dryer, you won't have odor or less odor.
Yeah.
But then you have to also take out that urine container and empty it out.
So the urine container, you unlatch it here, and then you lift this, and then this pulls out. And then you go and you pour it out. And then you rinse it, and then
Right, and then we have this container with vinegar to like rinse the toilet periodically. I guess you don't really use, I don't know, they don't use really like any heavy detergents.
No. The whole point is that you got to keep the moss dry. You got to keep the urine and the fecal matter separate. So that's also one of the key things.
And then, but you can use toilet paper, and the toilet paper though doesn't go in the toilet.
No.
It goes in the waste.
That's right.
Right.
So it's
For number one. For number two, I think she said it can go in
It
there.
can go in there, yeah.
All right. Enough about bowel habits. Then behind that or next to that,
So then after you do number 1 and 2,
go take a shower.
Go take a shower.
Right.
And here you
You want to step in, Boo? Let's see. Is it like big enough for you?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So to be honest, I don't mind this tiny home at all. I think it's very nice. It's definitely a first experience, and I don't mind. But I'm still a little skeptical of that composting toilet. So we'll see. And then, oh, did we say anything about where we're going to sleep? So yeah, there's a loft up there. I haven't been up there yet. And we realized we brought a lot of stuff. So that's a lot of stuff to haul up there. But at least the closet to hang our clothes is right there. So that's going to be fine. But yeah, do you want me to hand you the pillow? All right. And then the sheets and comforter. Okay. Oh my God. Well, she suggested we move the ladder close to this.
Yeah.
That way you can hold on to
Have
some-
balance.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like this ladder feels a little on the flimsy side for my...
Don't worry, I got you.
I don't know. How am I going to come up and down? Boo, stop. For when I got to come down to pee.
Well,
You know?
I think-
I mean, really, I got to come down and pee sometimes. And so, yeah, I have to be very careful. This is going to be interesting. You know what? I don't even want to go up here until I'm ready to go to up here for
all
real.
right, yeah.
But it is a cute bed. And yeah, thank God we have our own bedding. Let me show them the bed. So there, it's a full, it looks like a full-size bed, not a queen size, and there's lights on either side and windows. You can't stand up straight up, but you can sit down, I think, comfortably, especially at our height. All right, Boo, what do you want to do next?
We can put some stuff in here.
Yeah, put some of the stuff and
I need to
then,
get some groceries.
okay. I don't know. I feel like I want to sleep more than I want to eat.
All right, then we don't have to do it then.
This is the view from the tiny home. Looking at the solar panel in the woods in the middle of nowhere. We got so much stuff, y'all. I know I overpacked, and so did Kenton. Oh, those are your sandwiches in there, Boo?
Yeah.
So we went and did some groceries and getting ready to cook some vegetables. Wow, it's already 9:17. So that's what we're eating. There's potatoes in here and broccoli steamed. And then this is zucchini, onions, something quick. Sardines, spice. Also boiled an egg each. Poor Kenton looking like a little orphan. Well, you put us here. You put us here. Tiny, but it's definitely tinier than I would put myself in. It's got a bug zapper. Because there's a lot of fruit flies in here. That looks so rude. Ken, you know you want one. Come get one.
No.
Come get a pickle. So tired. Well, that's all, folks. That is all for today. It was a long day. But we made it here, thank God. And we're in the tiny home. And pray for us as we navigate this bathroom situation, because I am feeling a little anxious about using the bathroom. Good night, folks. And come back for another video. We'll get to go to the campus, get to go see Cornell and all my old classmates.
Bye, folks.